Hey guys, I already have the video done and edited, but before the video, I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit of backstory on why I'm doing another Breezy Flick tutorial, right? So, most of y'all probably don't know because I'm a pretty small channel. I did a how to Musty Flick and Breezy Flick tutorial around 8 months ago. And at that point, I just learned these mechanics. So, it's not the best quality video that I could have put out, right? Now that I know them a lot better, I can actually do them. So back then I could barely like air dribble. Now I can do a lot more. So I hope this tutorial helps y'all, and if it does, please leave a like or comment what you want, or you could even subscribe. But for right now, I'm gonna leave this video to y'all. I'm gonna try to go as quickly as possible, so it's a pretty quick video. But just take your time and practice a lot, okay? I hope y'all guys enjoy the video, and I'm out. If you're here, I'm guessing you want to learn how to breezy flick, and trust me, you came to the right place. I'm speaking quickly so we can get straight into the video. I don't want this video to be long. I want this to be a quick, easy tutorial, so let's hop right into the tips. Before I teach you actually how to do the breezy flick, I'm going to have to teach you a few things if you're new. If you're not new, I'm pretty sure you can skip this, but if you still don't know how to do a breezy flick, I'd fully recommend watching this, okay? So first things first, it's most common thing that people don't know is if you go into your controls, go into view keybinds, you're going to have something called air roll. I don't like this. You can keep it if you want, but what I'm going to tell you to do for my tutorial sake, I don't know how to explain it, but what I'm going to tell you to do is have at least one air roll down. So I have both air roll left and right. It's easier for me as a freestyler who plays this a lot more than regular, right? Um, I like these way more than just regular air roll, but some people like air roll. But I'm going to tell you at least to have one of these down. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using air roll left. If you have air roll right, just do everything I do, but the opposite direction, right? So I'm going to be using air roll left. So let's get right into the second tip. Now, this tip actually a lot of people don't know about this, right? So is if you jump, you see how I get a height, right? I jump. But that's me not holding my jump button. If you hold your jump button, do you see the extra height you get? So if I go to do a breezy flick while just jumping, you notice how I hit the ground and I don't give enough height and it's really hard to do it that way. But the moment I hold my jump button, I have so much more space. So remember that when you're going to do this breezy flick, remember holding your jump button is key. You don't want to just tap it. All right. So hold it, jump, and that's simple. All right. Now let's get into the next tip. Okay, this tip, again, a lot of people may not know this if you don't know how to do a breezy flick and you're constantly rolling backwards instead of going forwards. This is probably your reason. So basically, when you want to do your musty flick, which is, this part of the flick, um, you're going to want to have a 90-degree angle or more at the front of your car. What I mean by this is if I go to do a musty flick, but I don't have it pointed all the way down, notice how I do a backflip instead of a front flip, right? I don't get that forward momentum. That's because my car isn't facing directly to the ground or a little bit more back, right? So if I do what you're supposed to do and go all the way back here, notice how I'm going straight. That's because my car's at least facing towards the ground, a 90-degree angle, or a little bit more, and that will give you that swing, that really big push out there. Okay, step one to breezy flicking is something that you're going to want to learn how to do and is very, very simple. It's just, it helps a lot when trying to learn a breezy flick. And this is called a tornado spin. Now, a tornado spin is very simple. I'm going to be using left air roll for this, but if you use a right, just do what I'm doing, but the opposite direction, right? So since I'm using left air roll, all you're going to want to do this tornado spin is jump, hold your, for me, left air roll, and hold right on your joystick, right? So if I'm jumping and I do both of these, it's going to look like that, right? I just hold both of them simultaneously. And it does like this weird spin looking thing, right? Now, that's step one. There you go. What it looks like on the other way, if I can do it, it's just like that, just you hold, if you're holding left air roll, you hold right on your joystick. Holding right air roll, hold left on your joystick, just going beside each other, like that. You feel me? Anyways, let's get into part two. I said part two, I meant step two. We get it. Anyways, step two is very simple. Now, What you're going to want to do is while holding your jump button and doing your tornado spin, around halfway through your tornado spin, let go of your air roll, right? Very simple. So it's going to look something like this. You see the breezy flick starting to form, right? So you're just going to want to halfway through when your car's facing upwards and on your backside. So when your car's facing like this, you want to let go of your air roll completely, right? And when you do that, you'll start seeing it form a little bit more, right? And there you go. That's step 2 completed. Okay, for step 3, you're basically done, right? So once you have this part formed, right, all you're going to want to do is just hold down on your joystick and press X to flip. And what it's going to look like is this when you're, oh, fuck, that went over. It's going to look like this, and then you're going to flick. That's basically, that's your breezy flick for you. You're gonna want to practice this a lot until you can get it on the back of your head. You got the muscle memory to it. You don't want to start practicing with the ball when you don't quite understand how to do the movement yet, right? This mechanic isn't hard, but it's certainly not easy, right? So you're just gonna want to, keep practicing this for, I'd say, at least 10 minutes until you can do it 10 times out of 10, right? You never want to mess up this. Let's say I messed up. I'm not good. Rip, there goes the tutorial. Nah, but like, there you go. Once you get that setup done, now we can move on doing it with the ball. With the ball, this becomes a lot more complicated. The flick itself is easy, the ball part is hard. So you're going to want to know how to have basic control of a ball. If you don't have basic control of a ball, I'd recommend just clicking off this video and not watching the end until you have basic control of a ball. So what I mean by basic control of a ball is you can dribble it around without it. You see how it's not sparking, right? So when I dribble it, notice how it's not sparking, right? It's basic control of a ball. When you're dribbling it and you see these sparks coming off of it, you don't have it tilted. See how there's no sparks. I can't even do it with a lot of sparks because I've played this game for a while. But if you see those sparks, it makes it a lot harder for you to be able to do your breezy flick than if there's no sparks on it at all, right? So if I'm just driving around like this, it's a lot simpler. Don't mind that mess up. I'm just trying to get through this tutorial. But you understand what I'm meaning. Make sure there's no sparks on the bottom of your ball when you're trying to dribble. If there is, you can still do it. It just becomes much more of a hassle, it becomes harder. So sorry for that. So try to get no sparks at all when you're dribbling around, and make sure you at least know how to dribble a little bit. You can't not know how to dribble a ball and do a breezy flick. So let's move on to the final part, and that's positioning on the ball. Ball setup. Now, this is the most complicated part of the whole tutorial, and this part is going to be hard and difficult for y'all. It will take a while before you finally get this step down. Now, of course, I like to use left air roll, right? Since I use left air roll, I'm going to keep it on the top right of my hood, right? Sorry if you hear my controller disconnect. It's my cord's bad. I'm sorry. So basically what happens is you see your windshield. I like to keep it a little bit below my windshield on like my hood, and I like to keep it on the right side of my car since I used left air roll. You'll understand why in a second when I go to show you what a breezy should look like. But if you use right air roll, just do the opposite. Keep it on the top left of your car, right? And once you do that, now you should have all your steps in motion, and you just gotta practice the breezy flick. So you gotta start dribbling, and then now you got your breezy flick, right? You just keep doing this until you can eventually make it a lot. And of course, I'm using Bake's mod because I'm on PC. But if you don't have it, then just keep practicing, right? Keep going back and forth. So if we watch this, you can see I have it on the front of my car, and then I just do it. It's that simple, and that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you want a tutorial on anything else, put it in the comment section, and I'm out. Peace.